Marriage-based green cards just got tougher. Here's what's changed and how to protect yourself. Starting this month, the marriage-based green card process in the United States has undergone one of the biggest shakeups in years, and it's not just a minor tweak. These changes make the path to permanent residency through marriage harder, slower, and riskier than ever before. We're not talking about a small delay in your paperwork. Under these new rules, a simple oversight could not only sink your application, but could also put you directly on the road to deportation. A sweeping policy update from USCIS, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, is rewriting the rules for thousands of couples. And here's the kicker. It's not just for people applying in the future. Even if you filed months ago, you could now be caught in this net. If you're married to a U.S. citizen, or you're planning to apply for a green card through marriage soon, you need to understand. This is no longer the process you thought you knew. The immediate rule change. On August 2nd, 2025, without a big public announcement, USCIS quietly updated its internal policy manual. The change might have been silent, but the effects are anything but quiet. Here's what the new guidance does. Imposes stricter vetting standards on marriage-based green card applications. Makes in-person interviews almost mandatory for everyone. Strengthens fraud detection protocols so that every case starts from a standpoint of suspicion. Officers are now told to assume nothing and verify everything, meaning they will require proof at every step, no matter how legitimate your relationship may be. And the most important detail? These rules are retroactive. That means even if you filed back in April or May, your application could still be re-examined under the new, tougher standards. This isn't a gradual rollout. It's already active, and thousands of couples are feeling the pressure right now. Why this matters more than ever. Marriage-based green cards have always involved paperwork, background checks, and some waiting. But for genuine couples, it was typically a straightforward process. Not anymore. With a USCIS backlog of over 11 million cases, the agency is under intense political and administrative pressure to both speed up case resolution and stop fraudulent applications. Instead of focusing on speed, USCIS has shifted toward maximum thoroughness. The result? More delays, more requests for documentation, more rejections for even minor mistakes. In the past, if you forgot a document or sent incomplete evidence, you'd often get a chance to fix it without long-term damage. Under the new policy, a single missing piece of evidence could permanently weaken your case or lead to outright denial. The new red flags for marriage cases. USCIS has outlined a list of triggers that will push your case into a high-risk category. These don't automatically mean fraud, but they do mean you'll face deeper investigation. Common red flags include large age gap between spouses, especially if there's little shared history. Very short dating period before marriage. Marriage soon after entering the U.S. on a tourist or short-term visa. Lack of joint financial accounts, leases, or insurance policies. Photos that look staged, repetitive, or taken all on the same day. Minimal interaction with each other's families or communities. Even small details matter. For example, if your only photos together are from one event, in the same outfits, and on the same day, USCIS will notice. Officers now expect variety in your evidence. Different seasons, locations, events, and life milestones that clearly span time. Interviews now the standard. One of the biggest shifts is that nearly every applicant will now be interviewed in person. In the past, couples with strong cases, especially those with children or extensive joint documentation, could sometimes skip the interview entirely. Now, interview waivers are extremely rare. For high-risk cases, the interview process has also gotten tougher. Couples may be separated and asked identical questions, a process once reserved for suspected fraud, known as a Stokes interview. Your answers will be compared in detail. Even small inconsistencies, like disagreeing about the color of your couch or the name of your spouse's favorite restaurant, can be flagged for further review. Surprise home visits are increasing. Here's another big change. USCIS is now doing more unannounced home visits. These can happen before or after your interview. During these visits, officers may look for shared bills or mail in both names. Check your closets for both spouses' clothing. Ask casual questions about your daily life. Look at how your home is arranged to confirm you actually live together. If something doesn't add up, say, your spouse's clothes aren't there at all, or utilities are in only one name, that can damage your case. The risk of incomplete filings. Under the old rules, if your application was missing a document, USCIS would usually send you a request for evidence, RFE, giving you a chance to fix it. Under the new rules, an incomplete or messy file can lead directly to denial. Trigger a notice to appear in immigration court, the first step toward deportation. And here's the harsh part. You might not be able to simply refile your case later with the missing documents. One shot, that's it. Real-world example. A recent case shows how strict things have gotten. A foreign national entered the U.S. on a tourist visa, married a U.S. citizen within 2 weeks, and filed for a green card. Before these new rules, that might have caused a few extra questions, but nothing extreme. Now, the case was automatically flagged as high risk. A home visit was scheduled before the interview date. The couple's file was placed under active fraud review. Even though they insist their marriage is genuine, the short courtship and lack of long-term shared evidence have put them through months of extra scrutiny. How to prepare under the new standards. If you're starting your application now, treat it as if it's your only chance. Here's how to protect yourself. Build a joint financial record at least 3 to 4 months before filing. Bank accounts, leases, insurance policies, utility bills, tax returns. Create a strong photo timeline. Include different seasons, events, outfits, and locations. Get detailed affidavits from friends and family, with specific memories and dates. Organize your evidence with labels, tabs, and an easy-to-follow order. Be consistent and truthful. Even small contradictions can trigger suspicion. Include proof of daily life, joint purchases, travel itineraries, memberships, and receipts. The mindset shift at USCIS. This isn't just about sending in more paperwork. USCIS is no longer starting from the assumption that your marriage is real. They now begin every case from a fraud prevention mindset, and it's your job to prove them wrong. Think of it like this. Your relationship is on trial. Your evidence is your defense. The immigration officer is the judge. Genuine couples can still succeed, but only if they treat the process with serious preparation from the very beginning. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit like, share this with anyone going through the process in 2025, and subscribe to US Alert Zone for real-time immigration updates. Stay informed, stay prepared, and remember, in this new environment, the couples who win are the ones who treat every application like it's their last chance.